I don't know about you, but sometimes in my lifetime, I feel like I'm stuck. I feel like maybe the world's kind of crashing down around me, and I just feel like I'm under the push, under the gun. I just feel stuck. Well, actually, gratitude is a magical grease concentrate that just helps you slide right on through those tough situations. Every time you get a little overwhelmed or get a little angry, just the antidote for that kind of feeling is just start thinking and feeling gratitude. Wow. I'm a little unhappy right now, but gosh, I've got a great tie and I'm warm and I had a wonderful breakfast and I got all this family sitting here that always has my back and they always share their good times and their bad times just like a normal family. I'm so fortunate to be able to have all this. And all of a sudden, I'm not angry anymore. I'm just feeling like happy go lucky. And you've heard me say over and over, I am the most fortunate human being I know. And that's the truth. And so it is.
Good morning. No hard script this morning. I know a bunch of you have probably, in recent years, heard about The Secret, and the law of attraction. And we put sticky notes all over the place for the things we wanted to bring in. But along my journey, I got to study with a woman I call my spiritual coach and teacher, studying the 12 universal laws. And there's like 22 sub-laws in addition, but this was about a 2.5 to 3 year mentorship. In order to manifest the law of attraction, you gotta bring other laws into play. You can't sit there always hoping and wishing for something to come tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and refer to some notes in here because I can't remember them all off the top of my head, but I've lived them. The first law is the law of universal oneness, okay? One of the human fallacies is we figure we're separate from everything else. We are all energy. Every bit of creation is energy. We are all connected. So humans aren't better than, less than, different than, over, under, anything else. We are all connected. Law of attraction, we heard about that one. So again, that wanting to call it in, imagining, la 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 la. But when you're busy focusing on what you don't have, you know what you're attracting? What you don't have, and more of that. Universe answers yes to whatever frequency you got going on. Next law is the law of vibration. That's where the frequency comes in. So whatever this is going on, the consciousness we have, when my understanding, my role in this is that I manifest whatever is out there. So if I've got, this is an evil world, all things are bad, everything's falling down on my shoulders, oh my God, I'm suffering from bad health, or oh golly, is that cancer, right? If I'm doing that, guess what I'm calling in, right? And the universe says yes to whatever radio station I'm broadcasting on. My role is to change the frequency, okay? I'm a part of this process. So universe is going to answer yes to whatever. One of the lessons that teacher gave me was always looking at every choice, every circumstance in life, and my response to it, that's another one of those laws, is how we interact with the universe, is more joyful or less joyful. Okay, that doesn't put a good, bad tag on the choices I make. It just means that I have some responsibility in which fork in the road I take. And if I don't change this that's running up here into that frequency that's calling in something that manifests the more joyful way, I am responsible for the consequences of what I get, which may not be bad, but they will be less joyful. And I can accept that. Sometimes I have opted deliberately for that choice, and I accept the consequences. One of the things that I found in that manifestation thing, there's a law of correspondence that serendipity, synchronicity. Oftentimes Pat will have a topic up here. None of us discussed it. And guess what? The universe turned around and whoever's talking up here knew exactly what to do. Or one of us getting to talk or interacting with the congregation or in our life. Examples pop up all over the place. That's the universe working. Just notice it and say thank you, because when we're in gratitude, guess what the universe does? It gives us more things to be thankful for. That's where gratitude comes in. So manifesting in joy, when I am corresponding with the universe and staying in the flow, when I'm giving back, we're asking here when we become a member of the church to give up our time, talent, thought, and treasure. Doesn't mean to hear, it just means that we give. Every person that's a member in here already was giving more than abundantly. And it's in our nature to not do any less. We just do that. That's the kind of people we are. When I give to the universe freely, abundantly, without expectation of return, the universe blesses me more than abundantly. Sometimes just by the feel good. Sometimes I've got way too much stuff in my life and I don't need more stuff. I need more joy. And so the more stuff, it's like, okay, I don't ever try to manifest more stuff unless it's a lottery, unless it's a drawing. And then what goes off in my head when I buy that ticket is, sure would be nice. And I see that homemade blanket in my house on my sofa. Or I imagine the food basket. I imagine what my kitchen is going to smell like, or the joy and the happiness of my friends when I share that meal. And guess what? I'm a winner often. And it overflows into the people around me. So if I'm buying raffle tickets, my people are going to be winning too. It just works, right? So Pat's topic was about gratitude. I live in an attitude of gratitude where every morning is a gift. I've been to the Rainbow Bridge and back. I'm lucky to be here sucking air and having another day. Creator had something different in mind for me. My journey's not up yet. So gratitude for every day and every opportunity. I'm grateful for the things other people would look at as, oh, that was awful, or oh, that's pretty bad turn, because those are lessons and an opportunity for me to appreciate what is better and what's non-negotiable. Hope that inspired some pondering. Thank you.
Thank you, Sabrina. Good morning and welcome. I want us to give a special welcome this morning. There is a couple sitting right back here. I'm going to let them, I remember her name is Nancy, but I can't remember his name. They got married here 57 years ago today. Please stand up, introduce yourselves, tell us a little bit of something. It must have been a thing that worked, right?
So far.
Oh, so, yeah, good.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be with you all. I'm Clem. This is my wife, Nancy. I met her at Santa Fe High School in 1964. She proposed to me thereafter, and we came up here. Reverend Horstman was the pastor at that time, and he was a friend of her grandfather on her father's side, who was a minister, and stood on that stage, apparently on that same carpet. And it's worked out pretty well. And in terms of the attraction, it was very clear, and I found somebody who was solid as a rock. She's been my rock for all these years.
I would like to add that coming here 57 years later, this room was filled with family, his family, my family. Everyone was happy and welcoming. And the most wondrous thing that could have happened upon returning to this place is to see all of you be so friendly and welcoming and smiling. And I thank you for that. Also, I heard every word you said.
Right. Thank you and congratulations and many, many more. And we'll see you again next year. I mean, you're welcome anytime, but for sure on the anniversaries. So, this coming Thursday is our women's spiritual book study, and it's going to be here in the hall at 9:45. till 11:45. And today is potluck. And it doesn't make any difference if you brought food or not. The family brought food, and there's always enough to share. And it just works out perfect every month. So please join us and get to know us. And there's a few people we're seeing for the first time, but if you hang around, you are going to find we are amazing people. Amazing. It's just, and so anyway,
Friday, bell ringing.
what's that?
Friday.
Oh, next Friday would be the 8th, I think. No, it's the 5th. 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next Friday at 9:35. We have ring out danger, and we ring our bell for 5 minutes to show our support for gun control and to end violence, gun violence, especially in our schools but in our society for sure. So I'm happy to announce that we have a new newsletter publisher, Becca Brecky, and she is going to be sending that out shortly, probably tomorrow or the next day. And she's got some great ideas, and I expect to see some wonderful changes in the months ahead. So thank you, Becca, for stepping up to the plate. We appreciate it. What other announcements am I missing? Any? Oh, 13th, Saturday, the 13th of September, we're having a work party. And we got a lot of pruning and trimming and spiffing up to do outside. So we start at 9 o'clock. There's usually donuts, unless I forget. And we have donuts and coffee and just come and have fun sharing your time and your talent together as we spruce up this old place. Any other announcements? Oh, our food barrel is probably going to go away this week. So if you have anything, bring it. And we're going to talk at our board meeting about finding a different supplier, a different barrel thing, a different program that might look into. So, and we have a flower sign-up sheet for flowers every Sunday, and it's right inside the door of the hall here on a little clipboard, and you can sign up. There are like a lot of Sundays left on that calendar that don't have any volunteers to bring flowers. So that's that. Any other announcements? Going once, going twice? All right. I don't think there's a person in this room who doesn't know at least one and probably several people going through a challenging time, a dark time. Maybe it's health issues, relationship issues, maybe it's some grief. Who knows? Money problems. But all of us go through these times of challenge. It's part of the life experience. But we are amazing because we have the power to share our divine light, to share our encouragement, to share our support, our energy to anyone that needs it throughout the world. So generally we speak names out loud to kind of put a name on an address on our energy that we're going to share in a moment. So who can use some support this week?
Mary and Jim.
Ron.
Lorraine and Dee.
Lorraine? Anyone else?
Sure.
Isn't it amazing how many names we're listing? It's a normal part of life, but it is staggering sometimes. It's overwhelming at times. And that's why we call ourselves a family of love, because we can share our love and our energy with our family, the human race. And so it is. Let's take a few moments and send our energy and our love to those in need. And we trust in Spirit to send our energy wherever it is needed. And so it is. Well, it's a very special day. Not only is it a 57th anniversary, but it's potluck. We also have Nancy Clark from the living room, who's going to tell us all about the living room today. And she's going to speak after a while. And it's a beautiful day outside. So let's stand up and sing It's a Special Day, number 221 in the Wings of Song. Now, if you're here for the very first time, you are going to be exposed to something that we think is quite grand and quite lovely. Don't sit down. This is the time we greet each other in the traditional Church of the Oaks fashion, however you might be comfortable, and it's a lovely thing that we share with each other every Sunday. It's okay, take as long as you want. I get paid by the hour, just so you know. Isn't it a wonderful feeling? That hugging, that shaking hands, that looking into each other's face and smiling, passing that positive energy, that just accepting energy. We're all here together in the same room for as many different reasons as there are people, but there's a commonality to all of that, why we're here, why we're joined together physically in this room. We don't pass a basket like most churches do. We have a basket, it's back there in the back. But we try to encourage people to develop a sharing consciousness to where it's a choice. I want to share my treasure. I want to share my time, my talent, my thought. That's what Sabrina was talking about this morning in the 12 laws. It just, there is abundance covering the entire universe. And when we allow it to enter into our lives, it will continue to enter into our lives if we share it and start a flow. Matthew Fox wrote a book, probably back in the 70s, called One River, Many Wells. And that river is the river of abundance that flows through all of life. And we all got wells that go down into it in our time and our talent and our thought and our treasure. Those are the four main aspects of our lifestyle. And if we can share in those four areas of life, we'll keep abundance flowing into ourselves, into our lives, into our families. That's why we do it that way, just so you know. So let's read together the affirmation of abundance on our order of service, please. When we choose to give, if our gift is inspired by gratitude rather than obligation, we are manifesting the power of the divine and the spiritual principle of abundance. May we ponder that wisdom, young man. Thank you, Eden. As we prepare ourselves for our time of meditation this morning, let's sing together Only Believe, number 152 in the Wings of Song.
Somebody lost some pearls from an earring or something that were found on the floor. If you're missing them, come and get it. Okay? We'll have them up here for you. All right.
Good morning. As you settle your body in this peaceful space, turn inward. Imagine a grounding rod attached to your body as your release valve. Open to let your mind chatter, your energies of fear, limitation, disbelief, and sorrow, to release those. Let them go. Your body is now in a safe space. Make the choice to deepen your breath, both in and out. As you continue to release, relax, and let go. Remember, thoughts are just movement of energy in your mind, and free yourself from response. They do not need your attention. They have their own path. Within your personal space, reawaken your inner eye to cast a glance upon your deeper self. Take that awareness to the place where your mind and heart meet with spirit. Call in the law of unification to all life and tie a connection with a golden thread. Let your awareness recognize your value to life, your faith in life, and your gratitude for life. Let the warmth and joy that this brings you become expansive, filling you with light and comfort. Call forth your generosity, your kindness, your acceptance and trust. Let them dance before you, play before you in a ring of joy as you peacefully sit in meditation. Breathe in, breathe out, begin. And as the music of your soul and the dance of your goodness come to a close, take a deep breath and find yourself back in your body, back in your seat, back in our wonderful chapel in the heart of family, where we share the light of love. Namaste.
I think that, can you ever think of a time when you were, oh, I don't know, volunteering at a fundraiser for someone, or volunteering at a soup kitchen, or maybe for the Redwood Gospel Mission's Thanksgiving dinner, or helping a neighbor mow their grass? Have you ever felt a time when you weren't sharing, when you were sharing, that you didn't feel joy? Even if you're doing a miserable, hot, stinky, sweaty job, coming here we're having a work party in a couple weeks, and we're going to be out there sweating and trimming and raking, and you feel joy when you're sharing your time and your talent and your thought and your treasure. Whenever you're sharing, it brings about joy. And I'm going to introduce a young lady, and her name is Nancy Clark. And she has a title, and I don't remember what it is, at The Living Room. But The Living Room is a special nonprofit. She's going to tell you all about it. But they've been sharing their time and their talent and their thought and their treasure with our community for years and years. The first time I heard of them was in 2003. And we helped them out. We collected sweaters for them. And it's just, they do amazing things. And we have chosen to tithe to The Living Room, our quarterly tithe. And our board thought it'd be nice to put a face and to hear about the place that we are tithing to. So Nancy, come on up. Thank you very much for everything you do.
Good morning. My name is Nancy Clark. I'm the Community Engagement and Event Coordinator at The Living Room. So basically, I help them with networking and community outreach and just getting the word out as to what we do, which is helping homeless women and their children, or women on the verge of becoming homeless with their children or no children, with services. So what does that mean? We have 3 different programs that we do. One is the food that we produce. The other is our housing program. And the third is our Life Center, which is a day center. It's not a shelter. It's a place where people can go from the hours of 9 to 3. So the first one is our housing program that we're very proud of. We don't have money from the government funding it, so we get to do what we need with the money. So it's transitional housing. You go to the Life Center, which is our day center, to sign up. And you can receive any other services that you need at the day center, which I'll go into. But, you have to qualify for the program, fill out paperwork, and then there's an agreement that you sign. And you pay the agreement fee monthly instead of a rent kind of thing. It's all logistics, legal stuff. But that money is based on how much you're bringing in yourself. So as you bring in more money and become more stable, we take a little bit more from you. So you also understand that that's just what happens, right? And you're supposed to be paying more. The average stay for that program is about a year. Most of these women, a lot of our growing population is elderly women right now. But they usually stay for about a year. A lot of people are on housing wait lists. So usually they're just doing their stable, becoming stable and moving out when they need to. We have a really great high percentage rate for people succeeding. It's in the 90s. We do check-ins with them weekly. It's a really great program based to help, not enable people. We also have our food services, which we're extremely proud of. We produce about 1,200 meals per week for the community, including the people that are at our housing, and that go to the center. So the Life Center, we hand out food from 1:30 to 3. Many of those items are the casseroles that we make in our kitchen. They're just nutrition-dense meals so that everyone has something solid in your tummy, because once you can eat and think, you start manifesting better ideas, and you gain your confidence. And next thing you know, oh my gosh, I can go to that appointment alone, or thank you for helping me calendar this. I have the courage to do it. Or can you sit by me and just help when I need it? It's really great. You get to watch change in real time, which I find extremely rewarding for the services that we provide. And then we have an abundance of food as well, so we give to local senior centers and other nonprofits or people who need food that day. When we get food donated to us and we have a stack of eggs, we don't really need, 20,000 cases. We call Fish and other nonprofits and say, hey, if you want to pick them up, we have X amount of product here for you. Please come and get it. We're always trying to find ways to make every little thing stretch as far as possible, but with respect to our participants. They're people. We want to give them the best product that we can as well. So we don't like to waste anything. We also have a garden at our Cleveland Avenue location. We have 12 hydration towers that we grow lettuces and things like that out of, and we use that in the foods that we create. We also have a garden with fresh produce and herbs that we use in our food as well. We have bags that we give to our participants and people in housing for weekly groceries that you got to sign up for. We're just always wanting to give people food. They come to our location. That's not the place that we hand it out. It's handed out at the Life Center, but we're not going to turn someone away, and say, sorry, you got to try again tomorrow. It's open at 1:00, because the clients that we help, our participants, they don't know what their next day is going to be like most of the time. And that's okay, because an appointment might come up. It might be a good thing. They might have an interview or something. But, that's the other thing. At our Life Center, we allow participants in our program, participants who have graduated and are living on their own and have everything set up, they can still come in and get clothes. They can still come in and get toiletries. They can still come in and get a place to rest just for a few hours of quiet. We have computer resources. We have our own seminars that we throw to help, financial education, and the food. Come in, drop your kids off, come in, get your food, get food for home later, so you have X, Y, and Z. All the food that we hand out, it's pre-made, or you don't need to cook it, so you're not getting a sack of potatoes, right? If you live in your car or you're couch surfing, that's not really going to do you any good. And our kitchen has all of our volunteers are amazing, but the kitchen, if you've ever worked in a kitchen or a restaurant, you know that that's just like your own culture, your people, right? So our volunteers in the kitchen, they listen to music, they're having a great time. They do the hours that they can provide, and it's just enough, 2 hours a week, great. Come in, chop up, cook some stuff, or you're going to be, filling the boxes and doing the line for that. You never really know. And it's just a great time. They're always laughing, joking around. They do things outside of volunteering together. They made their own community, and they've been there for decades doing it, and it's just incredible. It's amazing. And so the volunteers are the key to our success, and then the other one is our collaboration. We can't do this alone, and we know we can't do this alone, and we don't want to. We're already, all nonprofits are on there. Everyone's just so exhausted, right? So we welcome others to come to the Life Center. There's a nonprofit called Ruthless Kindness that comes to help with animals and pet needs. Our people in our housing and anywhere can bring their animals with them, which is huge because a lot of people won't leave dangerous situations unless their animals are with them. And then there's a lot of barriers into housing if you have animals and they don't have all their shots. So Ruthless Kindness comes and helps with all those things. Redwood Gospel Mission comes and helps with showers and laundry. We just have a lot of people. Redwood Empire Food Bank, it's just this mecca for other resources to come and help help people that need it. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to be here for your potluck. Looking forward to it. Y'all just seem so kind. I looked this up online before coming, and I was really excited after reading about everything and speaking to Patrick on the phone, who has a nice tie, by the way. I noticed that earlier, but I didn't want to interrupt what you were saying. And just the message that you put out about manifesting, that's pretty much what caseworking is. You know, you meet people, you show them the doors, and, you know, you make your own choices, and, you know, hopefully it's the one that's going to produce the most positive outlook, not only on your life and the life you're helping, but, you know, that ripple effect that you were talking about too. So I won't take up any more of your time, but I love questions. I obviously love talking about the living room. So I'm going to be there with my cards and all the things. So yeah, just come and grab me if you want to talk more about it. Okay? All right. Thank you.
Hang on, Nancy, just a second.
Yeah.
Are there any questions right now
Yeah.
that you could add, that you would like to know about?
Yeah, how many people a year or month do you actually serve, and how do they get to you?
Yeah. So we serve about 50 to 75 people a day.
Whoa.
Yeah. At the Life Center. We have about, let me see, sorry, I think there's about 43 people. Yeah, we have about 43 residents right now, including mothers, grandparents, people with families, and their animals. Animals are very expensive to take care of. So for a nonprofit to allow always animals everywhere, somewhere, that's a really big deal. But
What's the Life Center located?
it's at 1335 North Dutton.
Okay.
So where those more industrial kind of buildings are, across from I think it's the Sonoma County Community Health, their new building. It's a great location for the ladies. It's a little tight sometimes, but it's a community, so.
Isn't that about a block north of college?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
It's on the left-hand side, right
Yeah.
on the corner. There's a little side street right there. And you can
If
pull
you're
in
coming
this
from
parking lot.
downtown, yeah, I think you cross the train tracks and then you turn right on College. I mean, on Dutton, College and North Dutton.
Yes.
Would you feel comfortable with me taking a picture to put it in our newsletter?
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
so I'm just gonna.
What kind of picture would you like?
All right.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, any
Appreciate
other
you.
questions? Okay, bring them over to the hall when we're done. And she's happy to talk. She's got stuff. She's got all kinds of propaganda and stuff and handouts and stuff. So, Nancy, thank you so much. And I would like to just say a couple things. You know, they depend on people's generosity and caring to just simply be and do the work they do. But in addition, when they have abundance, extra food, extra this, extra, they share it with other people who are needing food, who are doing good work in our community too. This whole sharing thing, there are so many organizations. I think there's like 1,000 right here in Sonoma County. The Press Democrat puts out a list. And this is another thing that you could maybe share with us. If you know of any nonprofits that help you, that are dependent solely upon cash donations, that sort of thing, that we could always expand our list of people, recipients for our quarterly tithes. And it's okay if you want to make an individual gift or contribution too. It's okay. They take personal checks. I'm sure they do. So, you know, it just, there are so many opportunities. There's so much ugly in the world. But if you want to look at that, you'll be ugly inside. But there is so much just out and out love and compassion and empathy in this county alone. And all you have to do is go there, volunteer there, just go down and tour their place. They'll take you through and just find out what they do. It's so uplifting. You feel joy just when you go there. The volunteers that come there and the professionals that work there, I'll tell you a story. And young ladies, we have 3 young girls here today. I'm going to tell you about a young girl that was here about 6 years ago. Her name was Sierra. And we were talking about, we got an email that the living room had an influx. It was in the fall, and they had a huge amount of homeless young ladies. And they needed tents and tarps and sleeping bags and socks and underthings and everything to protect young people who were homeless from the elements. So that Sunday that I announced that email, I read, young Sierra, who was 7 at the time, said, I want to participate. And I said, would you like to head up the donation thing? She said, yep. And she went to a private school, and she put out the notice at the school. All the parents at the school put out a thing. Everybody at church put out a thing. And so little Sierra, in 3 weeks' time, filled that whole back up with backpacks and tents and tarps and sleeping bags. The whole thing. My white van is sitting outside. It was empty. There was not room to put another bag of stuff in. So I called the Press Democrat and I called the Community Voice. They met us. We set up the appointment and we went down on Dutton. It's Dutton, right? Is it Dutton or Cleveland? Cleveland. Down on Cleveland, backed up, and they took pictures of, they had a bus cart and they had to put it all in their little storage unit. And then there wasn't enough room, so they had to just take it inside of this young girl pushing these things full of backpacks and sleeping bags and stuff. And it really expanded the awareness in our community that not only us old people or adults that have checkbooks, young people can get involved in this sharing thing and this serving thing, and they can feel joy just like the rest of us. And it also helps make them aware that what the joy of serving and sharing can do for the rest of their lives. Some of them never learn that. Some youngsters never learn that. It's all about what they receive. But we have so many opportunities. So young ladies, be thinking about that in the future. If you'd like to maybe do something, we have a lot of partners that are doing great things, and there's always something you can do to help out and share what you can do with other people that are sharing in our community. And together, we were talking right before Nancy and I were, and I said, you never know what you do, what the ripple effect is, what you do. But if you don't put the stone in the pond, there are no ripples. So I encourage each of us to think about how we can share, what we can share with our community. We can always turn on and listen to the news and feel crummy, or we can find some place like the living room to investigate and think about. And we all know somebody that could do something that the living room or another nonprofit in town could benefit from and get involved. I think I pretty well said everything that needs to be said. Anybody want to add anything to that? If not, then I invite you all to come to Potluck. Again, congratulations on 57 years, and thank you for spending it here. And let's stand up and sing about us, a family of love. Shall we?
Responsible.
Okay, now we circle up and we join hands, make it a big family circle, a circle of love, and we do a little amen to this whole thing. All right, can you walk this way a little bit and go over there? All right. All right. Join me. All right, Maestro. Our anniversary couple, you want to stand here where people can offer you congratulations?